and sitting at the right hand of the Father. Today, we are going to reflect on the theme, the narrow gate. The narrow gate. Let's turn to the book of Matthew, chapter 7. Matthew, chapter 7, verse 13 to 14. The heading reads, the narrow gate. Enter through the narrow gate, for the gate is wide and the road is easy that leads to destruction, and there are many who take it. For the gate is narrow and the road that leads to life, and there are few who find it. And there are few who find it. Dear brothers and sisters in the Lord, as we reflect on this scripture, Matthew, when Jesus got him, Matthew was a tax collector, one of a renowned tax collector. And he was among the disciples, the apostle, that Jesus picked. Why do you think Jesus was led by the Spirit of God to choose Matthew? Because during that time, tax collectors were considered as bad people because they were working on behalf of the emperor. And sometimes they overtaxed people. They give them more tax. So people don't like them. People hate them. People don't want to see them. Because they were seen as enemies. But when Jesus came, he picked Matthew and said, "Come and follow me." Matthew was surprised. I am a tax collector. People don't like me. Who are you? Who said I should come and follow you? Then Jesus Christ looked at him and smiled. What happened? Matthew left his job and followed Jesus Christ. When we look through his book, he gave an account of Jesus' life ministry. That is why when you see in the book of Matthew, chapter 1, Matthew gave a unification side by telling how Jesus Christ came, on whose line was Jesus Christ coming. Which means, remember, in that time of Matthew, they were living together with the Gentiles. And the Gentiles were considered as the sons of Abraham. The sons of Abraham means, remember Abraham, God promised that through Abraham, all the nations shall be blessed. That was one group of people who were living by that time. Then also, in that same time, the Jewish people were also there. And remember, the Jewish people were called the sons of David. Why? Because they came along the line of David. And remember, it is through the line of David that Jesus Christ was born. Therefore, when Jesus Christ was born in that line, the Gentiles were considered unclean. Therefore, when Jesus was born, he started to pass through that situation. That was one of the narrow gates that Jesus has to go through. It was hard. All the narrow gates are not easy. You have to pass through a lot of situations. Jesus Christ went through a lot of pain of tribalism. Jesus Christ went through a lot of pain of discrimination. Jesus Christ went through a lot of pain of segregation. Jesus Christ went through a lot of pain. Where he was born was full of pain. That was the narrow gate that Jesus Christ went through. And that is the gate that is saying that we should also follow. We as Christians, which gate, which pain are you going through now? Many times, black people face a lot of challenges because many nations, there's a lot of racism. Christians face a lot of challenges. Why? Because we had a lot of discrimination. People are categorized according to their level. In other countries, they consider educational background. If you are not educated to the level that they want, you are denied a lot of opportunities. That is the narrow gate that Jesus Christ is saying we should go through. Which narrow gate are you going through right now? Which path are you moving? Remember, any path that leads to good things is always hard. You have to go through a lot of pain. That is why when Jesus Christ was born, he passed through a lot of pain. He was born in a place for cows, not clean at all. How did it start? When he came to be baptized by John. Remember, John refused. He said, "No, Lord, you should be the one to baptize me." Why? Which means John the Baptist knew that it is only this person where salvation of the human race will come through. Through him coming, there will be life. Therefore, John refused. But Jesus said, "Let it be now. Let it be for now." Because through our baptism, we receive a new conviction. We receive a new power that will give us energy to pass into the narrow gate. When he was baptized, he got the power. Then the Spirit led him to go into the desert where he was tempted. That was the narrow gate that Jesus went through. When you are full with the Holy Spirit, you always pass through a lot of temptation. The Spirit of God always leads you to be apart. The Spirit of God always leads you to be tempted. What kind of temptation are you going through now? Are you being tempted to put down your faith? Are you being tempted with the material things of this world? Are you being tempted by being rejected by your parents? Which temptation are you going through? Are you being tempted by being kicked out of your job? Are you being tempted by your spouse leaving you, refusing you? Are you being tempted through death of your child, your beloved child, the child that you love, the child that you adore, could die? That is the greatest temptation that we have. Are you being tempted through infertility? You spend a lot of worry in a cage of fear, in a cage of worry, in a cage of relationship breakage, in a cage where you see nothing is happening. You feel like life has come to them. But know that that is the narrow gate that you have to go through. That is the narrow gate that you have to go through. For the easy things leads to destruction. That's why Jesus Christ reminded us here. When Jesus Christ was baptized, he was led by the Spirit. After him being tempted, he started to preach by choosing his first disciples, Peter and John. Then afterward, being full with the Spirit of God, he started to preach. He started to teach the people. Sermon on the Mount. He taught a lot about hunger, about treating your neighbors, about beatitude. Then in the summary, he concluded by saying we should struggle to reach into the navigate. Let us struggle to move into the narrow gate. Because the gate, which is wide, leads to destruction. And that gate, it has no conviction. You are free to do your things. And that is the way that people are going through now. The gate of destruction. You are free to do anything you want. You are free to do whatever you want. Many people are struggling to get resources. Many people are struggling that I want to be rich. They don't know that struggle that you go through the wealthy way, through the celebrity, through any other way which is not of God, that leads to destruction. Jesus Christ showed us that if we need to enter into the narrow gate, we should understand some key things. Among them, we should know that for us to enter into the narrow gate, we should know that it is only through Jesus Christ that we can enter into the narrow gate. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can reach the Father except through me. That means without Jesus Christ, you cannot reach God. Without Jesus Christ bridging the gap between you and God, you cannot see God. This was fulfilled when Jesus Christ died. When he died, he said, it is finished. There's no condemnation for those one who know that Jesus is the only way, the truth, and the life. As Christians, you have to suffer. You have to be persecuted. We have no more than persecution. The more persecution that we have today for Christians is rejection, is oppression, is denial, is divorce, is relationship rejection, is more people pretending to be good and yet they're not. Because they have lost the knowledge that it is only Jesus Christ that can lead us to the Father. Enter the narrow gate when we completely repent and be kind. Because Jesus said, I came so that sinners may receive forgiveness. When we repent, we receive love. We receive the fullness of joy. We receive the fullness of forgiveness. We receive the fullness of hope and salvation. Because he said, it is finished. We can also enter the narrow gate. We can also struggle to enter the narrow gate when we have a complete trust in God. We should never doubt God. We should never try to impersonate God and try to make God to think the way we think. No. Let us trust in God. Jesus Christ is the answer. Whatever you're going through, whatever gate you are in, whatever gate you are in right now, my brothers and sisters, trust in God. Know that Jesus Christ coming was a final sacrifice. Know that Jesus Christ also passed through your same situation. Jesus Christ was mocked. He was even killed for you and me, so that we could enter the gate of heaven. Prayers and good works together and give a good ending. Come of our life in this world. It starts now. How you are living your life now will determine how your future will be. How you are living your Christian life right now will determine how your future will be. If you keep turning back and you don't focus on the future, you keep turning back and you don't focus on the future, my brothers and sisters, you will be lost. And when you are lost, you lose the future, you lose heaven. Once you make yourself to be taken up by things of this world, you will lose heaven and will divert. People will find you already in the broad way. the way of destruction. People will be hearing that this person was a strong Christian. What happened? He changed the way because the narrow gate is rough and tough. Dear brothers and sisters, I continue to pray for you that you don't lose courage, that you move forward and enter into the narrow gate.